my same outfit as before. Welcome to my kitchen. I use that in loose terms because I'm hardly ever in here. This is my video to show you something really simple. You will have to excuse the fact that I am quite tall and in the background is my crotch, so bear with. Right, these are my completely wrong ways of doing this. Honestly, God, do not take me on. But I normally start by thinking, how many are you doing it for? And I normally just make a bowl full of the mixture and then, cut pancakes as and when needed. So I'm going to use about that much flour. I always use self-raising flour. The theory behind that is that if you're going to bake a cake, you don't use normal flour. And since you're making a pancake, it's a cake that's done in a pan. So it shouldn't be thin and crappy. Next thing I'm going to put in is some sugar. Doesn't necessarily have to be like really expensive stuff. But obviously you don't want your cake taste. Also, I wouldn't advise this version for diabetics at all. And if you're not diabetic, you might be by the end, so oh well. So we're going to add in quite a bit of sugar. And again, I have no idea how much I've just used. And then that's pretty much the main bit done. Like, you would have normally had to have measured out them bits before, but honest to God, I don't bother in my version. So in goes, to all this mess, 2 eggs, hopefully none of the shells. But if the shells do go in, we'll just call it a seaside version. You know, a really interesting fact about eggs is that if you push evenly on the opposite ends of an egg, it will not break. I wouldn't necessarily recommend to go try that, but it's worth thinking about. The next thing we're going to put in is milk. Doesn't matter if it's full fat, full of nothing, or as in this case, it's skimmed milk, which is basically milk-coloured water. I wouldn't advise doing this with water, by the way. That kind of would be a little bit on the minging side. And now you move on to the best part of all about making pancakes, and that is just to stand here mixing, and oh my God, I'm bored already. I'm sort of getting the mixture there. I'm finding there's little bits of flour all around the edge. And you just want to make sure that everything's in. Hello to my face. Not that I'm an attention-seeking whore. Right, that's all the mixture in there. Now you move on to the more fun bit. Woo, fun with Shazam. The next bit you want to do is try and get as much air as you can inside the batter. This is kind of why it helps to be a little bit more thicker, because it will hold the air in for longer. Ow. Oh my God, this thing's really heavy. Now this next bit is probably the more fun bit. You've mixed up your mixture, you've got as much in the mix as possible. You now need to cook it. Kind of helps. So, where's my thing? Oh, there. Because you don't want the mixture to stick to the frying pan on the inside, or the underside, I don't know how you put it, just give a little splash of olive oil. You can still see over here that the mixture is still really thick, and obviously it's still got loads of air in it as well. and you want to keep on putting more and more air in there as you keep going along and making more. But normal size frying pan, there's nothing fancy about this. And I'm just going to stick in 2 ladles worth. And there's our mixture in the frying pan already. And then just move it around. And then just leave it like that. Always cook it on a low heat as well. I don't know why, but it has a tendency of helping. And yeah. So leave that for a minute. I'm just going to take my coat off. If you haven't been fortunate enough to use self-raising flour while doing this, yours may look a little bit flatter to how mine's turning out at the moment. But do not worry, it will still turn out and will still be amazing. Now, because you've added so much sugar to these pancakes, you kind of don't need to add on more sugar if you like lemon and sugar on at the end. With this one, just put the lemon on. I find that these are actually best with Milky Bar yogurt, and you only need one, and like literally that'll be your sweet tooth fulfilled for the evening. But yeah, you only need one like Milky Bar thing, or the Rolo one. Oh, that is fair. Now this has been doing now for about 2 minutes on a really low heat, and don't worry, your first ones never turn out how you want them. But you can already see it's gone sort of like a nice browny colour underneath. That's how you want it. Now, if you wanted to try and do the flip, now's the best time to do it because you've got both sides of it cooked. If you do it when you've only got one side cooked, you're going to end up with batter all over you. And it wouldn't look good, so don't. But now would be the time to do it, only, as the people who know me know that I'm not a tosser, it is... it's done. When you've got your pancake and it's gone a really nice golden colour, it's done. So you can either stand there flipping it for a little bit, or you can just decide, yeah, it's done and people are hungry, toss it. And this is our pancake. It doesn't look perfect because no one's first pancake ever looks good. But that doesn't look too bad, does it? And look at how thick it is as well. You see that? That is how thick these things turn out. Now, anything you want to add on to that, like your lemon and sugar, anything like that, because just remember that the mixture is really sweet, so you don't need to add on extra sugar in any way. So just add on your lemon and then roll it, or butter, if that is your fancy. Either way, enjoy these and have a really cool pancake day.